What's up? What's up?
What's up,
We back in
Scolders?
the building. Scolders, where you at? We gonna put the chat on. Let's see. We gonna put the chat on. We wait till some people pop in here real quick.
Ready, get Skol.
Yeah, let's get it. We gonna wait till some people pop in here because we know we have at least a couple faithful people that's gonna jump in.
This is our first back-to-back day, so
Hey, we gotta make it happen. You know, we have to make it happen. Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna go on here really quick on my phone.
yeah, I'm gonna throw it on Twitter real quick. I just gotta find it. I like the Justin Jefferson logo today. Oh, that's weird. I'm listening to myself.
You mean what I put on the thumbnail?
Yep, that's cute.
Yeah, I put him down there at the end with his little telescope.
About to go. I'm gonna. Hey, tell us what you want us to talk about today. If anybody's on, I don't know. Can you see if anybody's on? I can't.
No, we don't got no viewers yet. It's taking a little longer than normal. Maybe
so we're doing this for the recorded version. We're talking for the recorded version.
Yeah, for real.
This is what our show's like. We just sit here looking at our cell phones.
Like,
when's that on today? Oh yeah, the game started. I should go check on the score.
What's that? The Celtics and
no 20.
Oh, you talking about baseball?
NBA.
Yeah, I'm talking about Celtics and the Warriors. Like,
is it playing tonight?
We got a couple people on here now. What's up, y'all? Y'all leave y'all comments. We got 5 people.
Yeah, leave some comments. Give us some topics.
We here. Leave your comments. Who's in the building? I can guarantee you, McAndrew's in the building. Come on, McAndrew. We know you in the building. What's up? Oh, shoot. Hold on. There we go. All right. I'm turning into a Purple Pocket podcast while I do it. Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. Well, if it's another Mackey Jr. hour, if it isn't another Mackey Jr. hour, dang. No, we ain't going to get into that, man. Don't worry. We ain't going to get into that. Appreciate you. We appreciate you, James, for sure. We appreciate
the Phil Mackey hour.
Look, man, come on, man. Come on, eat a musician, man. Quit doing me like that, man. Yeah,
that's sticking. Mackey Jr.
He coming for me, man.
As long as you don't start calling me Judd Jr.
You know, Judd, no, because Judd hates Kirk Cousins. No, Judd hates Kirk Cousins. I don't think he likes Kirk Cousins like that. I ain't gonna lie. He might be the one that hates him the most, to be honest with you.
Oh God, he's got hate. And then Phil Mackey actually says to Judd that Kirk Cousins hates you after that one interview. I'm like, yeah.
Well, I think
it's the other way around.
Yeah, they were going in on him today, you know, because of
God, Adam Thielen. I don't even want to look. Because Adam Thielen says the most he's had to study.
Adam Thielen was so excited, saying, you know, he's swimming and learning new things, and then they were reminding everybody, like, yeah, but not according to Kirk Cousins, though. According to Kirk Cousins, everything's the same, nothing's really different, just another day of football.
He just got it down, man. Photographic memory. Just give him an iPad.
Yeah. I guess he's just that good, man. You know, he's like, man, it ain't nothing. You know what I mean? Like, ain't no new. It's the same motherfucker you talking about. Yeah. But we're gonna get into, man. We're gonna get into Smith Marset. We did videos, you know, wondering why in the hell are we bringing in a wide receiver named Albert Wilson? Why?
And after I did my video, sure enough, Twitter announced that ISM got hurt.
In the walking boot, right?
And someone says it looked like more like it was covering his whole leg. That was a purple FTW said that.
Yeah.
That is covering his whole leg. But apparently he emceed the softball game for Thielen's softball game, and he was sitting on the dugout, and that's everybody noticed it. And it's funny that the beat writers didn't say anything. It's like you didn't notice that ISM's that there was actually people that had to go tweet it that wasn't like the beat writers. It was crazy.
Yeah. Well,
I
how do y'all feel about like in the chat? Y'all let us know how y'all feel about Amir Smith Marset, being out now. I was looking forward to my boy turning up in year 2, man. I'm not gonna lie to
yeah
you. Like I was looking forward to it. I was like, listen, this is his year. He's about to take it to another level. And then all of a sudden, here comes we're bringing in Albert Wu. And I'm like, yo, really? I mean, don't get me wrong, I like him. I know we need punt returners. We called this last week, but I mean, we need a punt returner. But then you put me on somebody that you said you went a little bit into detail of. And then obviously on Purple Daily, I heard this about the Thomas Hennigan or whatever from Appalachian
yeah.
State. Man, I done went and looked at him and I like him. I'm going to dedicate a video to that man because I like his swagger. He's like Adam Thielen 2.0, if you ask me. Kind of looks like him too. Kind of have similarities. I can see him just, coming in,
You know
being
what he
Adam Thielen
reminds me
2.0.
of is like Jordy Nelson. Of course, Jordy
Yeah,
Nelson's faster and taller, but the size,
yeah,
the physical, he's like 210, like 210
yeah,
pound receiver, and he's like six. I think he's like 6'1", maybe 6'2" at the most, but I think he's like 6 or six
right,
one. If I,
right,
when I
right.
did when I did my video on him, when I did my video on wide receiver competition, I did something on him and watched a 10-minute highlight video, and he's a highlight reel, man. Because he played at Appalachian State, and he was he hit the ground running as a freshman. So he's got a
Yeah,
lot of highlights, and he looks like he's having fun. He's cocky as hell. He returned punts and kicks, but it wasn't super explosive. And his 40 time was a 4.7, so it's super slow for an
yeah,
NFL receiver.
yeah,
But
for real.
he didn't look like he played like that. But then you're looking at the competition of him playing at Appalachian State. Much like we
Yeah,
give crap about Christian Watson playing for the Summit League for North Dakota State. So it's really hard to tell if this guy will make a team, but he's fun to watch. If you want to go see some fun football, go watch him. Is it Thomas Hannigan? Is that his
Thomas
name?
Hennigan.
Thomas
Thomas
Hannigan,
Hennigan.
Appalachian
Um,
State. He's a highlight machine. It's fun to watch, and he's cocky as
it is
hell.
fun to watch. It is fun to watch, and he's on the purple right now. I mean, we have him. He's right there. All we got to do is say, "Hey, my guy, why don't you come join us in practice today and be part of the team?"
Well,
That's
I
what we
mean, he
need to
is.
do.
He's on the 90. He's on the
Yeah,
90.
the 90. He need to be on the 53. I need a one.
Well,
I'm
it's not, we
wondering
don't need to
why.
get to 53 for another like 3 months.
Man, we need him. He need to be a spy like him. Nah, but he might not. He might not be that good though. We don't know. I
Yeah,
think I just
it's.
like his attitude.
I think he's a. He's the UD. Yeah, he's a UDFA. He didn't get
Yeah, he's
drafted,
an
so.
undrafted free agent. Yeah, yeah. But I mean, his attitude, man. The man cocky on his highlights. Oh yeah, that's true right here, boy. We got to talk about this. You right, Dwayne, man. Letting AJ Rose Jr. go. Like, so we let AJ Rose Jr. go that has potential, is a decent running back. I mean, he shows little sparks. He just don't have a chance only because of course we got Madison and we have Cook. So ain't no running backs behind them two gonna get any kind of shine like that. So to say that they let him go, somebody's gonna pick him up quickly. And he's probably gonna be like somebody's number 2 running back. I can see them. This might be the best thing that happened to him, letting him go. I can
Yeah,
see this being a case of him actually telling the Vikings, front office, like, hey, please do me a favor and let me go on my way. You know what I mean? So I can get an opportunity. And
you're
because
right. It could be a
sometimes things
mutual
like that
decision.
happens.
You're
Yeah.
right. It could be a pretty one of those mutual decisions, especially when
Uh,
they got Ty Chandler, and I think he's a
yeah.
huge fit for what's going to be this offense. And
Right. And we'll see. We'll see. What it tell us that is when we see AJ Rose get signed, whatever, depending on the team that picks him up, we'll know exactly if that was a situation for
well, and you got to
sure.
look at it. UDFA 5th round
Yeah.
pick.
Yeah.
You're gonna go with what the draft capital. It's unfair, but
Yeah.
it happens all the time. But yeah, I think you brought up a good point. This might be a mutual decision.
Yeah, yeah, I can see this being a mutual decision for sure. But people were mad. I mean, a couple of people were kind of upset about getting rid of AJ Rose, but I mean, like I say, he was good, honestly. Yeah, but we just weren't gonna see him though. No, he got buried in the roster. He shines for in preseason, and then after preseason, I mean, he's just buried. You know what I mean? And it's unfair to him being how talented he really is. Like he deserves to be on somebody else's team. Like if he goes to like the Texans or something like that, he might be their number one. Like honestly, throughout preseason, he might earn a number one spot depending on what team he goes to. So I wish nothing but the best for AJ, man. I hope AJ do his thing for sure. Yeah, I hope AJ do his thing. So let's see here. Appreciate everybody that's tapped in, man. We got 8 people tapped in right now. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Y'all make
Anybody
sure y'all
gone and
leave
looked
y'all
at
comments.
highlight? Anybody has gone and looked at video of Albert Wilson? Some highlights.
Yeah. So yeah, how y'all feel about Albert, man? How everybody feel about Albert Wilson? I mean, I did a quick video this morning. I actually did that video before I went to work. I mean, my wife was literally downstairs making my daughter's lunch for daycare, and I said, you know what? Let me just go shoot a quick thing. I mean, I'm not upset with it. I was confused. And I didn't realize everything coming to fruition until later in the day when me and you talked. Once you informed me that ISM had a boot on his foot or on his whatever,
Yeah,
and then it
it
started
made
making
total
sense.
sense. Made total sense after that, right?
Yeah, because I was like, if there was no injuries, if ISM was perfectly fine, why? I mean, I just didn't get why we're just bringing in a wide receiver, and then the other news you told me too about. Well, I don't know if you told me or you might have told me, and I heard it after you told me that D.D. Westbrook kind of took too long to respond back to the Minnesota Vikings or something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, this was broken by um not to not to plug another show, but he doesn't go live. It's Locked On Sports Vikings, Luke
Oh, okay.
Braun. He said, and I don't know if he backed it up really. I didn't watch it much after that, but he said that it was offered to D.D. Westbrook, and he didn't respond fast enough, so they decided to just go with Albert Wilson, and it might turn out to be a good decision. And I do have a little tidbit for you on that. I watched one of his interviews on the sideline of the practice field, and he has. They asked him if he's being looked at punt returner, and he said yes.
Oh, okay.
And he said he'd do
That was
anything they
that.
want him to, and he'll do anything you want him to.
Yeah, I bet he will. I don't blame him. Shoot, you get a chance to get back on because he was he actually on the Dolphins when like, or
No,
was
I
he
think he's a
just
free
out
agent.
there
He
free
was a
agent?
free
Yeah,
agent.
yeah. So I mean, yeah, I bet he will do anything we ask him to. I can
Hey,
see him. I can see him being a punt returner.
not to like reverse track here, but when you guys were talking about Rose Jr. and I was like, who the running back that just didn't get a chance. He got a chance, but they just put him back on the shelf every time everybody got healthy again, and that was Alex Boone or Mike Boone. It was Mike Boone.
Oh yeah, Mike
Yeah,
Boone. Yeah,
he had a couple 100-yard games, right? And he played the
yeah.
last game of that season at 100 yards when he who shall not be named was quarterbacking back in
Right.
2019. And
Yeah.
they sat Dalvin Cook and Madison, I think, was hurt that game. So it was on Mike Boone, and he ran for 100 yards and actually kept us in the game. And I was actually at that game in Minneapolis. But yeah, we ended up losing that game. It didn't hurt us at all, but yeah, that was. Yeah, I go all the way to Minneapolis. Sure enough, we're not playing our starters, but Mike Boone put on a show, and our defense
Hmm.
looked pretty good. But yeah, Mike Boone, man, and then he went to another team, and I think I don't even know if he's in the league anymore, but he played well. I don't know why they didn't give him more of an opportunity.
Yeah, and then here's some news you told me earlier too about our boy Albert Wilson that we picked up. This first ever touchdown was against Us? Is that what you said? Like his first
Yeah,
ever
and
touchdown was
he was in,
against the Minnesota Vikings.
and what made me look that up is that in the interview, one of the one of the media asked him or brought it up, and he says, "Yeah," and they said, they hold it against you now, man. Where it's all under the bridge now. But yeah, his first touchdown was like over 50 yards on a bubble screen, and he took it to the house on us. And Kendricks was the last guy, and tried to. It was funny. He tried to poke it out in the end zone, but
Yeah,
yeah, that's his first touchdown, and he's got a 52-yard touchdown under his belt. He's thrown for a 52-yard touchdown. Yeah, so yeah, my Miami Dolphin fan friend says he's a pretty good gadget player. You know,
yeah,
he was on a fake punt too. I didn't show you that one, but yeah, he was the up back on a fake punt, busted through the line for like a 50 or 60 yarder. So he's had some plays throughout his career, and he was up and coming. He had his last year with Kansas City, he was busting 560 on wide receiver. Um, so yeah, he was up and coming, and then went to Miami and had some flashes, but just never. This might be a reclamation project. He's
y-
29, but doesn't have a lot of tread on his tires.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, he was
Yeah,
Crown was
he
talking
says
about
Mike
how Mike
Boone was
Boone.
nice.
Yeah,
He ran for 123 yards in Week 17, lost to the Bears. We got screwed on that game. I think we had like a sack fumble, and we got screwed. But we almost won that game, and it was a pretty exciting game, but we ended up losing.
yeah.
Mike
Yeah, I
Boone,
ain't gonna
man,
lie.
I thought he could
I mean,
play.
I liked Mike Boone, man. He was decent, But like this year. I just hope Kirk Cousins stays healthy, man. I mean, not Kirk Cousins. I'm sorry. See, I'm thinking about Kirk Cousins, man. That's my
Alvin
guy,
Cook.
man. I just can't keep him off my mind. I'm Dalvin Cook. Yeah, I'm just hoping Dalvin Cook stays healthy the whole year. Now I know the chances of that is like very, very low, but let's just if he can stay healthy the whole year, man, ain't no telling what kind of records this guy gonna break and stuff this year. I'm telling you. He usually misses like 4 games a season. It seems like close to 3 or 4. It seems like he's
Yeah, I don't think he's. I mean, he was leading the league in rushing his rookie year, and he got hurt.
yeah, and he got hurt in that was the Lions game, I
Fourth
think,
game,
that
I
he
think.
got
Fourth
hurt.
game of the season, I
Yeah.
think.
I was watching that live, man. The Lions game,
And
he
we went.
made
And
that
what do we
cut.
do? We go to the playoffs.
Yeah.
2019.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So 2019. Yeah, I think so. And God, what was his name? Our running back. Shit, I can't think of it. He went to free agency.
Hey Dwayne, don't start us on quarterbacks. All right, don't start us on quarterbacks. You know how I get when we start talking about quarterbacks, man. You know that hey, the purple gang gonna start attacking me when we start talking about quarterbacks, man.
I'm a
I'm just
big
gonna
I'm a big Nate
keep my
Stanley
mouth shut on
guy.
quarterbacks. Yeah, yeah, we're gonna
I'm a
let's
big.
go, let's go. Nate
I, I'm.
Stanley and Joe
I
Webb.
got my Nate Stanley jersey. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's our aversion to
Hey,
having
look,
a
I know
decent
E.
backup quarterback?
Hey, E. I know E. I know you in the cut. You waiting for me. You waiting for me to. You waiting for us to start talking
That is
about
very
quarterbacks.
possibly
I
if
know you waiting
Dalvin
for
Cook
us.
stayed healthy his rookie year,
Yeah. If he
we
would
have
have
went
stayed
to the
healthy as a
Super
rookie,
Bowl.
yeah, it would have went crazy. Yeah, he would have went crazy.
Well,
Look at my boy
And
TJ.
Thielen getting hurt too that year. So if both of them stayed healthy, we would have been a first round bye, I think. I've made that
Yeah.
point before.
Yeah, for sure, man. That's another person who kind of been getting injured every other year. Like he got the past 2 years, I think, right? That
Mr.
he's
Krabs
been getting.
tapped in.
Yeah, that's my boy TJ, man. That's my boy. Yeah, but he's been getting hurt. He's been getting hurt. He got hurt the past 2 years, Adam Thielen, man. So
Yeah,
we he got to tighten up. Adam
yeah.
Thielen he need to
He's
make
got
sure he out there.
hurt. He's got injured in some way for 3 straight years because I think 2020, I think he stayed healthy most of the year, but
Right.
2019 and 21, he had some injuries. He
Yeah.
hasn't had a 1,000-yard season since 2018.
All right. Do you think we have gone to the Super Bowl? Down? Yeah, we already read that from. Yeah, we agree.
Yeah.
I think we could have went to
2019,
the
we had a
Super Bowl for
shot. We
sure.
had a shot, and it just, cook it. Cook getting hurt, Thielen getting hurt.
We were this close, man. We were
We
close.
had a
There was a
we had
couple
a good
years we
enough
were
defense
close.
still. We had like a top 15 defense still. That was it didn't hurt as bad as, 17 or 2009, but in
Or
1998
yeah,
or
2009 Brett
2000 or
Favre.
2000 or was it 2000 with Culpepper? I think it was
Yeah,
2000.
2009 was Brett Favre, right? That was Brett Favre where
2009, yeah.
yeah, it's 2009, but yeah, but who you can't wait to see play. I was hoping Vikings would draft. I can't wait to see Cook's brother. Okay, yeah, Cook's brother. Hey, look, hey, it's
Oh, that's
funny.
right.
Dalvin Cook's brother, like they run just alike too. It's crazy. Like if you go watch Dalvin Cook's brother, if you go watch his highlights, it almost looks like Cook running. Like you wouldn't know the difference. I'm telling you, they run exactly the same. Which is a good thing for his younger brother. Like shit, because if you can be anything like your older brother, you're gonna make a lot of money in this league for sure. You're gonna be set. Your
I'll have
mama
to
gonna
go
be
look
proud of
at
you.
him. I'll have to go look
Yeah,
at him. I know
yeah,
he
you
got
go look at
drafted.
him. He
He got
got drafted
drafted,
kind of
right?
late, but all the running backs kind of went late this year. This just wasn't a running
Yeah.
back draft,
This is probably the least sexiest running back draft as far as high draft picks go.
Yeah,
I'm not that there wasn't lack of talent. It's not valued anymore.
yeah. He said, my boy said, who do y'all think gonna be tough competitors this year? Um, well, TJ,
Still
I know
think that
I know I think you a Ravens fan, ain't you? I think aren't you a Ravens fan or something like that? I know you one of them. I know dang well the Ravens are gonna be pretty decent this year for sure. The Ravens they're gonna make some noise. I think the Bills obviously gonna be tough for us. I feel like let me see, Ravens, Bills, Packers are always gonna be tough, even though we'll probably split with the Packers, I'm sure, like we always do. It'll be 1-1. So I think the Packers will be tough. Um, who else do we play? Because I know we play the NFC East, which I feel like we're
maybe
gonna run through the NFC East.
Patriots,
Yeah.
Cowboys,
We
Redskins.
honestly got blessed this year with our schedule.
I
We
think we have
cannot
a
mess this up.
20th maybe ranked. We have
Hey,
in the
like
low 20s
I'm
ranked.
telling you, like Kevin O'Connell, you got the sweetest deal as a first year head coach. I mean,
Right,
you
got a
you
roster,
you
an
you
easy
you
schedule.
came to a team that has a good roster already set up for you with I mean talent coming out the ass. And then we got a schedule that we cannot mess up, man. We have to. I mean, it's the minimum should be 10 games that you should win, Kevin O'Connell.
Well,
I mean,
like the
this thing
last
is setting
couple
up for you to
years,
be
we've
good.
gotten one of the tougher schedules.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
oh, and not to
He's
mention the fact that you have 8 home games, 7 road games, and 1 neutral field. So you're
yeah.
playing only 7 road games out of 7, out of whatever 17 games. Is that right? Oh wait,
Yeah, he
no.
said he
I
said
say it
people
wrong.
sleeping on the
I said it wrong,
Saints.
I think. Yeah.
He said people sleeping on the Saints. I mean, look, I ain't gonna lie. For some reason, I feel like the
People like
Saints are
them
like
so
a
bad.
rival. I feel like the Saints are like a rival of ours. The past, like I would say, 3 or so years, like it just seems like us and the Saints just have this kind of rival going, even though we're on two different ends of the country. It just seems like one of those rival games every time we play the Saints because Minnesota Miracle, all this stuff happening. It just, yeah, it gets crazy when we play the Saints, but I ain't worrying about them this year.
We've
I
only
ain't
lost to
gonna,
the Saints 1 time in the playoffs.
yeah, I ain't
Otherwise, we
worrying
won
about.
every playoff game against the Saints except for 2009.
Yeah, yeah. Dwayne says Lions are gonna light it up with Williams. Hey, I mean, I to be honest with you, I think Williams is gonna be good, but I don't. He's not gonna play until like the middle of the season, and that was one of the reasons why I didn't want to draft him.
If
I
at
mean, don't
all,
get me wrong, I
honestly,
liked him, but
you
he
can
might not
have
even
a
play at all.
you
Yeah,
can have a setback. I think for a receiver, having that knee injury is probably tougher than any other position, I would think.
yeah.
Yeah, it's ACL surgery and you're back and you did it in a championship game, right? You did it in the
Right, right.
championship game. He's not
Yeah,
Adrian Peterson who did it the last game of the season. and he's gonna come back and rush for 2,000 yards. There's
I'm
not many
telling you,
Adrian Peterson
boy.
out there.
Only Adrian Peterson can pull something off like that.
So if he comes back, it's halfway through the season,
Yeah.
and that's still only 8 months. Not even that, I don't think. Geez, that's just rough to come back and do anything. And why would you,
Yeah.
if your season's already halfway done, and you're like 2-6, are you gonna?
Right.
You could, which could be, are they gonna even bother playing him? So
Right. Right. Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna lie though. Like I said in my prediction on who's gonna take the NFC North this season, I think the Lions and Bears are gonna switch spots though. I can see the
yeah,
Lions winning like 5 games.
the Bears,
I can see them
man.
winning like five, only because the NFC North we got blessed with an easy like our opponents that we play this year are not that tough. I mean, they really not like we really got blessed with the schedule because, like, I think all NFC North teams, we all play the NFC East, right? Isn't that how it usually
Yeah,
is? I think it's like
yeah.
that. So yeah,
And our schedule's
so I mean,
tougher later because our we play our home games in the division first, all three of them.
right, right,
And so we'll hopefully win, and then that London game is a neutral field.
right,
So right there, that's four non-road games to start the season.
yeah,
So yeah, it's an early, easier schedule later when we're playing, New England and Washington and crap, the Packers on the road and the Buffalo on the road.
yeah,
So the only really tough, scary game I think is week 2 against the Eagles to start the season because it's on the road at the Eagles and they're pretty
yeah. He
good. And you
said so.
never know.
Raider,
You never know
Ra-
with a mobile quarterback like that what could happen.
yeah, Raiders will have the Madden curse this year. Yeah, because John Madden is on the cover. I think they released it. Madden. John Madden is on the cover of Madden 23. They released that today. I buy every Madden. Even if I don't play it as much, I still just buy it just to say I got it and I play it every once in a
I bought
while.
it and I
But
played it one day.
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know
I
why.
play.
Played
Yeah,
it religiously
it's
when I was younger.
yeah. I mean, I ain't lie. It's realistic on some of those, but they getting good with them games now. I ain't gonna lie. Like I've never been like a super big gamer though, but I like Madden. I play Madden for sure.
Dante
Yeah, I play.
Culpepper had got the Madden curse, and he hit the cover after his huge season where he threw like 39 touchdowns.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I wanted to see. I seen a name on the chat here that they're saying about injuries every year. It was Dalvin Cook, Adam Thielen. Oh yeah, Irv Smith. Yeah,
Oh
because
yeah,
I wanted to
God,
touch
that
on that.
hurt.
This is
That
what I want to touch on with Irv Smith because my thing is this. Even the media does this about Irv Smith. Everybody sits here and hypes Irv. Oh, we got Irv. Don't forget, we got Irv Smith. Oh, we got Irv Smith. I look at it like this. I haven't seen enough of Irv Smith. I mean, what is so like just great about Irv Smith? Like when I think about Irv Smith, it's like I don't remember anything of him proving that he's just some elite tight end all of a sudden just because his name's Irv Smith. I mean, what is there? I know he's athletic and he can run pretty fast, and he's supposed to be like a hybrid type of tight end. That's like a wide receiver slash tight end. But I mean, why all the hype around this guy?
well, I think it's kind of like it's so preseason when he got hurt, they were talking about how he was just basically lighting up, and this is his player. All the hype is coming from his teammates.
Yeah,
And then, the media was seeing it too, where he's making these miraculous 50-50 catches and all this and diving
right.
catches and he was basically working, you know, you know, the defense in practice. So they were really hyping it up. It's kind of like Teddy Bridgewater the year he got hurt. He was doing awesome in preseason. He was doing
Right.
great, and then he non-contact blows out his knees to where he almost gets it amputated. It's like a
Yeah.
freaking curse. And we talked about it earlier today, and then Sam Bradford comes on and goes 5-0, and we end up going 8-8 on the season, which is crap.
Mhm.
But Yeah, it's just, it's one of those things like Teddy Bridgewater was lighting it up in preseason. He started to run the ball a little bit. He was showing his worth there. And that's like Irv Smith Jr. He didn't even I don't think he even hit a preseason game, right? And
No, not last year, no.
yeah, he was showing it. He was showing out in practice, but the hype was really coming from his teammates, and they're still talking about it when they get
Yeah,
interviewed, asking about Irv Smith Jr. They bring that up as that guy where he was the biggest standout in preseason in the you know camp workouts. That was come from his teammates. So
right.
that's what was
And I watched the 2020 was it 2020 or is it 2019? Yeah, 2020. Yeah, I watched the preseason highlights that, when he came and caught some touchdown passes and stuff like that. Or was it did he played during the season in 2020, right? Was it
yeah
2020?
yeah.
Yeah.
I think he was. I
He
think
has
he.
like
I don't think he
600
played
yards or
every
something.
game. We can look up.
Yeah,
I
but
don't think he played every game.
he had some decent catches in the end zone, you know what I mean? Jumping over defenders, catching and stuff like that. I think I remember specifically in the Chargers game or something where he made a good dive and catch in the end zone, but I still think he's over like let him simmer down. That's how I feel about Irv
Yeah.
Smith. Let him prove
So
something.
yeah, he got hurt in 2022. He only played 13 games, so there was some struggles there. But 30 catches, 365 yards, 5 TDs though. So
Yeah.
he started to show his worth there. His rookie year, he just didn't get a lot of playing time. What's with Zimmer and not playing for rookies? It's just
I
like
don't know,
you
man.
don't give him an opportunity. It's like he never saw the field. And he ended up with 36 catches, 311 yards, 2 TDs.
And I
His
remember
rookie
that.
year.
I remember this. I remember him doing that touchdown dance, and that's how he tweaked it for sure. He's right about that.
Oh, is
He did
that?
that little butterfly dance thing, yeah, where he was trying to show off out there with the dance and tweak something. Yep, I remember that. Because right after that game, we didn't see him ever again. That was it. He was gone after that. It's like, yo, but everybody's still I just don't get why everybody just still like, oh, we got Irv Smith. I mean, to me, it's like, yo, talk about somebody else that's actually playing out there that actually, has showed up and been able to play. I mean, now,
he's
I know his injury is his injury, but god dang, bro, like quit acting like we got the Shannon Sharp or something. Like, that's what it's seeming like.
he's not he's nobody's Shannon Sharp, but
I mean, I can't
there's
tell.
this guy could be. It's all he's gonna be good if he just can stay healthy. It's just
Yeah,
hopefully. We'll
yeah,
see because I don't think he's fully healed because when he started camp or the OTAs here, he was getting to run routes, but just a little bit. He's not in full speed yet. He's not in full practice yet, so still a
right,
little
right.
worried there.
Adam says we need to spend good money on a backup QB like Fitzmagic or someone that's proved. I mean, hey, I'm with you. We definitely do need a backup. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. We all love, well, most people we love Mon. We want to see Mon get his time. Obviously, Kevin O'Connell's giving him a look this year. He's getting a fair shot. But realistically, if we're trying to, take that next step this year, like if we're trying to win now, then yes, maybe we do need a veteran other than the man who shall not be named. We need somebody else. I wouldn't mind Fitzmagic, perfect backup quarterback. What's the other one that got drafted by Jacksonville? Gardner Minshew. Perfect. I like Gardner Minshew too as a backup. These are backup quarterback. Shit, Case Keenum. Bring him back. Case Keenum. I feel like Case Keenum will put some pressure on Kirk Cousins. I'm gonna tell you right now, because the fans gonna be calling for him. I promise you they will. They
People don't
put Case
realize
Keenum back
this.
on the team. You'll see.
People don't realize this, but Fitzpatrick turns 40 this year. That's crazy.
Fitzmagic turns what?
40.
And another thing that's interesting about Fitzmagic. Do you know Fitzmagic had a kid? He has a kid born in every city that he's played football.
Oh wow, because that would be St. Louis, Cincinnati, Buffalo,
Yeah,
Tennessee, Houston, New Jersey, or New York, Tampa Bay, Miami, and Washington. Does he have a
look it
baby in
up.
Washington?
Look it up. Well, he might not have had a baby this past year, but prior to. Yeah, that was his
One
thing.
game started. No kidding.
Hey, but then again, he might have though after he got injured, being home and shit. Yeah, he might have.
That's a lot of
I think
kids.
it's I think it's something
If
he
that's
planned.
true, it's a lot of kids.
I think it's something that look it up really quick while you got it. I think it's something that he really planned to do. Like, what about Jared Cook? I mean, Jared Cook, yeah. I mean, he's a good tight end. I wouldn't mind Jared Cook, but we need a tight end too. Like that's the thing. You know, we definitely need a tight end. Oh, hold on, Crown. You ain't.
Did
Yeah, hold
did
on.
did you ever do any research on Nick Muse, our seventh round tight end?
I did. I mean, I
He's
watched a
he's a
little
little
bit of
bit of
his
a
film.
character. He's a little
Yeah, I
bit of
watched
a
a little bit of
character.
it. I watched a little bit of his highlight, not his film, but his highlights. And I was like, you know what? I'm done with this. At the end of the day, man.
He's
I don't even know if he's gonna make the roster.
Well, I don't think I think he's got a great opportunity to make the roster because we don't have any tight ends.
That's true.
So I think
That's
he's got
true.
as good a shot as anybody making the tight end. And
Like,
we've had a
is there
habit.
any free agents out there? Like, is Jared Cook a free agent? Like, you right, Adam. We need to go after a tight end. I mean, who's out there? Like, we need to get a tight end, honestly.
I think they're leaving room in the roster because if we had to pick somebody up, we got to be able to afford them if somebody gets hurt. And right
Yeah,
now, it's not like a pending issue, but there's going to be people cut in
yeah,
preseason camps that we have to have at least some money to pounce on it. Otherwise,
right.
that's been and Spielman's done that. Like last year was everybody's like, well, we can't, we're paying Cousins so much money, we can't afford anybody else. Well, we were 10 million under the or like 10, 15 million under the cap
Right.
last year, so we had money. It just never came up, that we could pick up somebody because nobody was letting anybody go that we could pounce on. But hey, you need to have the money available to have that be an opportunity.
That boy said Joe Biden can play tight end. Oh shit, you crazy. He said Nick Moose constantly runs his hands through his hair during his interview.
He's a little interesting guy. I don't know if you seen like pictures of him posing and stuff. He, he's a character.
Here you go. Here's something for us to answer right here from Crown. It says, if our offense is top 5 or top 10, where do you think our defense have to be? Where do you think our defense have to be a legitimately threat in the NFC? All
Well,
right,
I think
so
go ahead and I'll answer
yeah, go
second.
ahead. I'll let you go ahead and tell me what you think first.
Thank
You
you.
tell me what you
Thank
think.
you. I guess age before beauty.
Yeah,
So, I brought this up where I said that we would be a top 10 scoring defense, meaning, top 10 in the league, not giving up points. I
right.
said top 15 yards. And I think
Yeah,
that's where we'd need to be with this offense. And it would be similar situation as us in 2019. And we didn't stay healthy in key positions, and that's what held us back. So yes, that's where we need to be again. And I think we can do it. I think we have the personnel to do it. Whether or not that defense clicks, and it could be one of those situations where we start out a little slow and give up some points, and our offense has to put the good thing about that is I think our offense will put the pedal to the metal the whole game and not do this come out the second half with, oh, we need to run the ball more kind of shit,
right.
and and watch the game slip away.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, if our offense is top 5 or top, I mean, I think our defense. I'm with you. I think our defense has to be at least in the 15, at least
Yeah.
15. Like that's the floor. Like
When
15.
I'm
If
when
if it's
he's
15,
talking
we'll
about
be good.
when he's talking about what he's talking about, I'm thinking win the division,
Yeah,
be a you know top contender, be the top 3 seed. That's where we could slip in at the seventh pick with a
appreciate
top
you,
20
Adam.
defense. we could slip in there with a bottom feeder defense like we almost did last year, but he's
Right.
talking about being an NFC contender, and then
Yeah.
that has to be a top
Yeah.
15 at least team.
Top 15 at least. Appreciate you, Adam, for the show, man. Appreciate you always tapping in with the page, though, for real, man.
So Adam, if you haven't already gone over to Minnesota Sports Talk, go
Yeah.
go click subscribe over there. I don't keep track and can't remember. I have a terrible memory, so I don't know if you've already done that. But guys, take a second. I think did you put it in the description this time?
Hold on. Hold
Well,
on.
go
Let
over
me
to
put it in
Minnesota
there.
Sports Talk on a different tab and click subscribe. I'd appreciate it.
For sure. Definitely go to Minnesota Sports Talk. But I feel kind of bad right now because I don't know how I didn't put anything in the description.
Terrible, man. He's not thinking of
I'm
me
bad.
ever.
I'm a bad partner. See, man, my damn
No, but
friend. I
they
didn't even
can
put.
go over it. It's how simple is that? Name Minnesota Sports Talk. I haven't
That
changed
is.
it to Skol World yet, but that
You
may be
should. You
next. But
need to. You need to.
I
You need
haven't
to
done a
change it
Twins
to Skull
video in
World.
3 weeks, so
We we already said that on episode 2. We
yeah,
voted the crowd. Everybody voted Twins out. Dave's doing strictly Minnesota talk on
at
that
the Twins
channel.
hat.
Oh well, you can wear the Twins hat. We have
Yeah,
nothing against that.
purple for the record. He's always wearing Timberwolves and Twins and
Yeah. That's no big deal. We talking about the content though has to be Minnesota Vikings only. No Twins, no Timberwolves. Just Minnesota Vikings.
yeah. There's so many fans out there that are not from Minnesota, and yeah, they couldn't even care less about the Twins.
Yeah. Like
It was brought up this last show that the guy said he was from Rochester, New York, and I'm like, you'd be shocked how many New Yorkers, especially older ones, way up older than me, that were Minnesota Viking fans just because of Fran Tarkenton because we traded him to the Giants.
Yeah, for real. Let me see if it'll let me. Let me see if let me. Here you go. Let's see.
So, hey, let me bring up my discussion because I just brought up Fran Tarkenton. What was the what player? I want to hear from you guys. What player were you disappointed most of to see them leave the Minnesota Vikings, either trade, free agency? Like you wish they had a longer stay with the Vikings, or it just a player that just didn't work out, but he was good for the Vikings, and you just wish he was able to stay. I'll start off with a lot of people wanted Diggs to still be with the Vikings. Obviously, Justin Jefferson might not be on this team, but Stephon Diggs is probably the most recent. Oh crap, we just lost Stephon Diggs. So give me a player
Yeah.
that if you can repeat Stephon Diggs. Tell me why, but name me some players that you just wish were on the team. And I'll throw out some names if you're having trouble, but yeah, I want to hear from you guys.
And now when you say players, here we go. Here we go. My boy said he wished
Slaughter.
Slaughter was still on the team.
Never even. He never. I don't think he ever saw an actual NFL game with us. But yeah, preseason.
Yeah.
That's Slaughter.
Hey,
Any
Dwayne, were you? I gotta
any
ask you. I gotta
any
ask you.
webs out
Were you
there?
tapped in? Were you Dwayne? Were you tapped into episode 4 at all? Were you tapped into episode 4? I could just let me know. Were you? Because
Yeah.
we got into
Hey, were
this.
you listening
We
yesterday?
got into
Because that
this.
Kyle Slaughter.
We got into this. All right. Were you part of the show yesterday, Dwayne? No. Okay, he wasn't part of the show.
Oh God.
All right.
Who
Well,
are
go
we
back and
comparing?
watch it.
Who
Go
are we
back and watch
comparing?
it. We were
Who had the
comparing
bigger fan base?
Slaughter to Joe Webb. All right. If you want a good laugh, watch episode 4. It's on the channel. We won't go back through it. You can just go
Any
watch
Joe
it. You have
Webbs
to
out there?
fast
Anybody
forward.
that wish Joe Webb was still on the team? Actually,
Yeah,
it'd be
just
like
fast forward
35
it
now.
until you see Joe Webb pop up on the comment thing, and then just start watching it. You'll see what we talked about. We talked about Kyle. We talked about Joe Webb.
I told
Yeah,
you,
we got
man.
into that.
Slaughter.
I mean, I know Slaughter was a fan favorite. Like Slaughter, he was a fan favorite because he showed some flash in the preseason. I liked him too. There was a time where I was so mad at Kirk Cousins, I wanted Slaughter instead. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was like, "Look here, sit Kirk. I
And I
want
said, hey,
Slaughter."
I wasn't too worried about us not having a quarterback because I thought Slaughter could be a good stopgap starter for a season.
Yeah.
But then we got Kirk Cousins, so
But Dwayne, just to sum it up a little bit too, though, after we talked about if you watch Slaughter right now in the USFL, your mind's gonna change. All
he's
right.
leading the league in passing in
The
the
Dwayne. Like I said, if you go watch him in the USFL, your mind will change. All right.
he's
All
third in
right. We
TDs
ain't
and
gonna do this.
first in passing. We covered this yesterday. He has the most
Yeah.
passing yards in the league in USFL right now.
I mean, are you really out here campaigning for Kyle Slaughter to come back into purple? I mean, it's okay.
No,
I don't
well, he
mind. I
was
wouldn't be mad.
he was back on the team last year. I think that was
Yeah,
an
we
FU
brought
to
him back for
Zamar
like what,
Spillman.
5 hours? We brought him back for
Well,
like 5 hours.
one
Like,
game. He was
yeah,
there for one game.
he was there for one game. Like, wow, wouldn't
I
that
don't think
suck
he
though to
dressed
get
though. I
called
think
in?
he was yeah, he was just for one game.
Like,
Oh,
hey,
hold it.
come
Yeah,
back,
so he would have been
come
I
back
think he
to the
would have been the
team. Like, hey, come back to the team, and then next day, hey, sorry,
he
man, we
was
don't
the
need you no
back
more.
was he the backup for the Bears game or the Packers game?
I don't know. I do know we brought him. I do know we brought him back though
I
for a
think we
game
brought
for
him
sure.
back. He didn't dress, but that was for the Packers game so he could run so he could run third team. Probably because Mon was elevated to backup. So yeah, I think it was for the week of the Packers.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Is
Give
what
us your
what
favorite
content?
and sleeper third starter D lineman in the 3-4 set.
Yeah, because we
My
got
sleeper isn't Jalen Twyman, man. I think
mine
I made
too.
comments about Jalen Twyman. Looks like a
Yeah,
beast in the weight room right now.
yeah.
He looks like Lou
I'm with
Ferrigno,
you.
man.
I'm with you on that. No, I don't get me wrong. I like James. I like James Lynch too. I do like James Lynch. I
Yeah,
like James Lynch.
he's a redhead, right? James
Yeah,
Lynch.
he's the redhead with
Yeah.
the hair out the back of the
Yeah,
out
I
the back of
liked
the
him.
helmet.
I really liked him when we drafted him. I really did.
You know who else I like? What's his name that we have on the D line? Willikis. Is it Willikis?
Yeah, yeah, Willikis. He's gonna be a
I
D
like
lineman.
Willikis. Yeah, I like Willikis too. He reminds me of he's like a Max Crosby type of vibe. Willikis is. The more time he gets, the better he'll get if they just play him. But hey, that's the thing, man. Our team, like, believe it or not, we have our roster. We have a roster, man. That's why I'm like, listen, we gonna be something to worry
Armand
about out there
Watts.
this year. We have a roster. Arma exactly. We forgot all about him, doing his thing. He had a pretty good season last year when he had to step in, you
ESPN
know.
has Jalen Twyman starting as on the
Yeah.
depth chart, but and they'd
Hey,
had
he
it for a
might.
while. But yeah, I say Jalen Twyman is my not. I don't think he's a dark horse. I think he's gonna impress in camp. Hopefully,
Yeah.
I don't know where he got shot. I think it was body, not legs or anything. So I don't know how effective he'd be, but he looked like freaking Lou Ferrigno in the weight room. Janarius Robinson is I think well thought of, but I like James Lynch, Armand Watts. People like prognosticators, kind of Vikings fan prognosticators
Right.
kind of are really leaning on Armand Watts being a the backup D tack nose tackle. So he's going to get some time. It's going to be really hard to tell. You're really going to have like 3D tackles playing the nose tackle and the five techs. So yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie.
No
Who
one
will start
stands
nose
out to me.
tackle?
That's the problem. No one stands out to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, I don't even know, man.
Well,
I don't even know.
They got Kenny Willikis being the backup at left defensive end on ESPN. But Patrick Jones, man, I was a little high on him coming in the after getting drafted, but he hasn't seen the time of day. So who knows what's gonna and I think now he may be not a fit for the scheme because I think he was a 4-3 defensive end, and it's going to be a
Yeah.
little hard for him to work in a 3-4 as a defensive end,
Yeah.
and he's not an outside linebacker. So
Yeah, that's
Patrick
true.
Jones, unfortunately, might have a rough time making this team.
Yeah, and he played a little bit last year too. Yeah, he played a
He
little
might
bit,
be
Patrick
he might
Jones.
be he might be one of those veteran candidates for the practice squad. If I
Yeah,
would
yeah.
just because of the four, we're going to 3-4. Although they talked about mixing 4-3 fronts.
Right, right. Yeah, I mean, I kind of liked him coming out of Pitt. I liked him. I thought he'd be a
Him and
bigger impact.
Twyman,
But
him and
it's
Twyman.
crazy because DJ Wanham just kind of stepped up a little bit. And DJ Wanham, one thing
Yeah,
about DJ Wanham, he's been getting better every year. He's gotten a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better. So,
and they
I
got
mean,
listed
he
him as
deserves a
a
chance to shine.
they got him listed as strong side linebacker.
Who Wanham?
Want him, yeah.
Wow.
He's a as an
Wow.
edge.
They're
So
gonna they're gonna they're gonna use that's the thing with this regime. They're gonna use these guys and they got like I'm gonna keep saying, man, these coaches got put into a great situation to shine right away. This ain't like going to the Jaguars where you gotta build a whole team. Janaris Robinson. Hey, look, this dude's upside. Hey, Crown, boy, you all the
yeah,
way right about
I
that.
think everybody likes him. I think everybody likes
Everybody
him.
likes him coming out of Florida State, right? I mean, this guy is a savage. But guess what? We haven't been able to see him. We know he's a savage. His body build, he's like a Daniil Hunter, like the way he's built and stuff. He's really and just really. Hey man, I'm glad you mentioned him, Crown. For real. I'm glad you mentioned because I almost forgot about him, and I can't believe I would forgot about him because yes, he is a ace, man. He's a beat. That's why I say, man, our team's stacked. I'm telling you, our team is stacked. We really got some talent, man. There
Yeah,
should
I
be
still
no
have that
reason why we don't win 10 or more games.
I still have that question out of here as what player do you were really disappointed where they left the team either
Yeah.
retirement, trade, cut, anything. The only person that's been mentioned so far is Kyle Sloter.
Well,
That
I'm
wasn't
telling
even
you
on
right
that
now,
wasn't even on my
mine, I
list.
mean, I mean, mine obviously is Randy Moss. Like, yes, I'm upset
Okay, so
Randy
we got Randy
out of work
Moss
and
getting
can't play no
traded.
more. You
Randy
know?
Moss getting traded,
Like,
and then he
why can't
came
Randy
back.
Moss just say young forever and just play ever in the purple? Why can't he do that?
He didn't need stick him like Jerry Rice did.
Yeah. Like, why can't Randy Moss just stay young forever and just play for the rest of his life and just never get old? How about that?
Yeah. Hey,
That's mine.
there's
Kyle
a
Rudolph. Dwayne said Kyle Rudolph. That's my wife's favorite player, Kyle Rudolph, because of the things he does in the community. She loves Kyle Rudolph,
oh
and
yeah,
she
you're
got his
right.
jersey.
He did diss the Vikings saying that his quarterback in New York was the best quarterback he ever played
Oh
with.
yeah, he didn't mention Kirk in his thing. Wow, it's funny
Yeah,
how
he met
Everson
yeah.
Griffin. Remember
Jones is the
Everson
best
Griffin?
quarterback.
Everson Griffin said, "Oh yeah, Mike Zimmer said you was ass," or he called him ass or
Rat
something.
at
Everson Griffin,
his
crazy.
ass.
Yeah,
But
Everson Griffin said, "Man, you ass, man. Quit playing."
I'm not going on character with Everson Griffin. But oh, what was I gonna
Yeah,
say? Oh, there's a stat that Jerry Rice, something like the person with the most receiving yards by a player that's over 40 years old is Jerry Rice, and he's got like a couple thousand yards receiving after the age of 40. And the next two guys are Brett Favre and Tom
yeah.
Brady. And they're like and Brett Favre was -4 yards and Tom Brady was like 6 yards. I'm not on here either. Can you still hear me? What happened to MC Rap? I think we're having some technical difficulties.
It's off.
Are you there?
I can't see you.
I can see you.
You
You're
can see me
freezing up
now?
on me.
Uh,
Are we
They
still
like
in?
kicked us off or something. I don't know what happened. I
Are
think
we
yeah, we
still
still
in?
on.
So, hey, I don't know if
Yeah,
you
we
heard
still
that,
on.
heard me say it, but Jerry Rice with a couple thousand yards receiving after the age of 40 is the NFL leader, and the next two guys are Brett Favre's got like -6 yards, and like Tom Brady's got like 4 yards, and and because they caught like
Hey, hold
Brett
on
Favre
real
caught
quick.
his own
Hey,
pass.
hey, chat. Um, hey, chat. Can y'all hear Dave? Can y'all hear Dave? Is his audio sounding good?
Sounding good in my ears.
All right. Yeah, I'm about to say, man, because it keeps breaking up. I don't know. It might be my internet or something. I don't know. It is storming outside where I'm at,
You're a little
so maybe it's
fuzzy.
my internet or something.
You're looking a little
Yeah,
fuzzy and
like
stuff, and I think
it's
I got
from
cut out because you got cut out.
Purple and Gang. You already know what's up, man. We Purple Gang for life, man. You know that. You know we Purple Gang, man. You know. And yes, man.
I'm gonna throw out one of the guys that was a big disappointment losing is Robert Smith became a free agent, and he was gonna and he retired instead. So that was pretty commendable. That guy was destined for the Hall of Fame, and he coming off
Yeah.
his biggest year ever, and he was gonna be a free agent. Vikings weren't gonna be able to afford him. He decides to retire and try to become a doctor, which didn't happen, and it ends up being on college. Being a college commentator. I think he does some NFL too, but Robert Smith, man, he was
Hey,
a
man,
time
I
of his
love
career.
Robert Smith. I mean, Chris Carter, Robert Smith, Dante Culpepper. I mean, I can just from that whole roster. That's what I
Percy
miss.
Harvin, even though
Percy
we kind of
Harvin
was
was
glad
another
to see him
guy.
go, but if for some reason in 2009 he didn't have any migraines, but
I'm gonna tell you what. I
after
relate.
that he
I
was
was
getting
just about to
migraines
say
all the
that.
time.
I was just gonna say that. That's why I loved Percy Harvin so much. I could relate to him when I was younger. I used to get migraines. I still get them every once in a while, but now that I'm older, I know how to feel them coming and know how to control them. But
But he
I
was
used to get bad migraines back in the day where it'd make me sick.
him and Sidney Rice, man, on that 2009 team, and he was a hell of a kick returner. Yeah, it's one thing. Vikings have always had good, like Palmer back in the day.
Yeah,
Uh, Percy
yeah.
Harvin. Just we've always
Let's
had
just bring
pretty good
back
kick
Percy
returners.
Harvin to do our punt returning. How about we just bring back Percy Harvin, man? Come on, Percy, come back and just catch us this year. How about that?
A couple stats on Albert Wilson. He ran a 4.43 at combine, over 10-foot broad jump, 37.5-inch vertical. So a little 5'9" guy probably can dunk it. 7 flat in the 3-cone drill, which is pretty amazing. 4.21 in the 20-yard shuttle. That's pretty good. He was a UDFA in 2014.
Yeah.
Little tidbits from Albert Wilson. Go look up some video on this guy. He's a pretty explosive player. Just I don't know. He just didn't fit in Miami for some reason.
Yeah, Albert.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Oh,
I mean, we'll see, man.
little update on the right guard and left guard positions. Cleveland obviously is our starting left guard. I don't think they're looking anywhere else, but apparently Wyatt Davis has been backing him up in OTAs. It went from 50-50 with Chris Reed and Jesse Davis to Chris Reed getting more of the snaps in the first team. So my premonition, even
So it's
though
looking like Chris Reed's
ESPN's
gonna be
got it
right guard.
backwards, even though ESPN's got it backwards, it looks like or Chris Reed is so far leading that job. But hey, Wyatt Davis not being second string, that's an
Yeah.
improvement.
Hey, that's an improvement. He said, if we draft a quarterback, who would we take? I mean, you talking about next year, obviously, and if Bryce is available, if we're trash enough to get Bryce Young, yeah, that's who we're getting. You know what I mean? Okay, man. Something about Ohio State quarterbacks. I know the Ohio State kid's supposed to be good too, Stroud. Man, look here. I'd rather get Bryce. I don't care. For some reason, man, Ohio State quarterbacks get they do so good in college, and then when they get to the NFL, they just go missing, man. I just can't. I don't know. It's just something about Ohio State. Plus, I'm a Michigan Big Blue fan, so I don't care too
Oh,
much about. I don't care too much about Ohio State players at that. You know what I mean? But
the
like
Gophers are
Justin
gonna try to
Fields,
win
I
that.
didn't want Justin.
Yeah, I didn't want to trade up to get Fields.
No, me neither. Me neither. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm rooting for him. I mean, I hope he does good. I hope he don't get too good. Like, see, because when the Bears did move up, I'm like, please don't let this kid turn into like another Patrick Holmes or
I hope he
something. No, because
sucks.
that'd be our luck. That would be our luck. That
I'm leaning on. I
Aaron
hope he
Rodgers is
sucks.
about to be on his way out. Then we got to deal another 20 years of Justin Fields. Like that would be the like. You know what I'm saying? Like for real.
There's a backup quarterback for Baltimore that I was really looking at.
Yeah, Tyler Huntley. Oh man, I did a whole video dedicated to. I mean, I did a video with quarterbacks that I would want. Man, Tyler Huntley, like we're not gonna get into Kirk Cousins, man. We have to talk about him every time, though. You know what I mean? Because he's the quarterback. Look, I would get rid of Kirk Cousins right now for Tyler Huntley. I'm being dead serious. If we can get rid of the money and we don't have to worry about the money or anything, if we can just do an even swap, I'm taking Tyler Huntley over Kirk Cousins. I don't care. I can
In a
comment
win now
whatever you want to
situation,
comment, say whatever y'all want
him.
to say. I'm taking Tyler.
You're taking him in a win now.
Man,
A
yes,
win now year.
that guy has. I'm taking him in a win now. I'm taking him right now with the coaches we have. If he was able to play on the Vikings right now, go through the whole offseason, mini camp, OTAs, all of that, and learn the offense, I'm taking him right now. I promise you I am. I'm sorry, I am. I am. Hey.
All right.
Call me
I was like,
crazy.
if I
Call
was
me
saying if
crazy.
we didn't take Kirk Cousins, that's who I wanted.
That's who I
This
wanted too.
offseason. But I didn't
But
have a
guess what?
YouTube
The
channel
Ravens
at
are
that time.
smart enough. The Ravens are smart enough to know. They're smart enough to know that, you know what I mean? Look here. We got somebody that if Jackson goes down, it's plug and play. I mean, if
What do you
Jackson
think's
goes
gonna
down,
happen? What do you think's gonna happen to Jordan Love?
man, I feel bad for Jordan Love.
Because,
You know, when Aaron Rodgers signed that deal this year, you know, an extent, it's just like, man, Jordan Love is like the most unluckiest guy, man. I mean, that has to suck. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like Aaron Rodgers doing it on purpose too.
I think Jordan
Man, I
Love's
feel like
probably
he's just
going to
being
be
a
like
dick.
a 10+ year NFL player. Might be a backup, but yeah, I think he's going to be in this league a long time. He's just going to be behind. You know, he starts his career off behind Aaron Rodgers.
Man, I think Aaron Rodgers is being a dick at this point. He's like, you know what? You guys drafted this guy. I'm gonna show you something. I'm never leaving. I'm about to make this kid. I'm gonna pull a Tom Brady, but I'm staying here. I'm gonna make Jordan Love play in the NFL, but he will never touch the field. Like he'll touch the field a couple times, and that's due to certain circumstances. But guess what? I'm gonna be a Packers to the end, and I got about 6-7 more years in me, just to let you know, Jordan Love. Like watch, because when this contract is up, they'll still be talking about if we should extend him, just like Tom Brady. I mean, how old is Aaron Rodgers now? What, he's like 38 or 36 or
38, I
so?
think. He was at least 37. Let me look.
Yeah, 36, 37. He's still. I mean, if he's going to be anything like Tom Brady, I mean, I can see Aaron Rodgers playing for another 5 years. I'm being dead serious.
38. He's 38 already.
Dang, man, for real, man. Listen, this is crazy.
I'm telling
man.
you, once Aaron Rodgers is gone and they don't get another Hall of Fame freaking quarterback, they're gonna go back to the way they were in the freaking late 70s or in the entire 80s and early 90s, where they were shit. They were absolute dog crap. Because who's gonna want to go to Green Bay as a NFL player making millions of dollars and say, "Hey, I like the nightlife in Green Bay, Wisconsin." You know, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, they're lucky. They're lucky they got Aaron Rodgers and he's okay with staying there and just, you know, he don't care about nightlife.
Let's go down
and
to
all
the
that.
Dairy Queen. Let's go have a hot dog at the Dairy Queen.
The thing is this. Aaron Rodgers owns Wisconsin. I mean, that is literally, I mean, the guy
I
owns
think
the
people like
land,
Brett
right?
Favre more than
So
Aaron
he's
Rodgers,
okay
though.
with that.
I think there's more Brett Favre
Yeah, I
fans than
mean,
Aaron
yeah.
Rodgers in Wisconsin.
Yeah, but being for the recent, generation, the people that are going to the games now, I mean, Aaron Rodgers is the
Yeah.
king of the land.
Yeah.
They're rolling out the red carpet for him and anywhere in Wisconsin. I mean, it's his state, and I don't blame him. I mean, just imagine if he was a Viking, playing how he's playing, winning MVPs over and over again. Like some of the rosters we had, if Aaron Rodgers was our quarterback, like Justin Jefferson, could you imagine? I mean, be honest. Now, don't get me wrong. Kirk Cousins is a good quarterback. He's good, not great. But if we had Aaron Rodgers to Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen, could you imagine what would be happening? I would say that we would probably have 2 Super Bowls. I'm not gonna
Oh,
say
yeah. With the
definitely,
talent.
definitely 2019, we would have won the Super Bowl. That's a guaranteed fact.
With the, he's 2017,
Or
right?
17. Yeah, I'm sorry, 17 when we lost to the Eagles in the
2019 has still been pretty iffy, but
yeah.
2017 with
Yeah,
Aaron
17
Rodgers
would have
and
been a Super
a
Bowl.
top 5 defense,
Yeah.
yeah, I think
Super Bowl all day.
yeah, I woulda gave us the
For
edge.
sure.
Um, Aaron
Oh yeah.
Rodgers, he's obviously just throws off script and can get you out of
Yeah, but
anything.
but the past couple of years though, the past 2 years,
Plus he can run.
like the last game, I said this in the video. You got to remember they left last season only scoring 10 points against the 49ers. Their offense has been looking bad, and I predict that that's going to carry into this season. So, especially not at Devontae. They did that with Devontae Adams only scoring 10 points. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Teams are going to use that film that was against the 49ers, and it's going to get ugly for them. Promise you. But man, let's get there. Marion Barber, man. Crown just put, man. Well, I had this pinned up there. They found Marion Barber dead, man, in the Cowboy. I'm
Are you kidding me?
30 years old. Yeah, I got and yeah, he was fun
Golden
to watch,
Gopher, man.
man. Praying for his family. All this death, man. All this death happening lately, man. It's sad. It really is. Things are
Golden
happening
Gopher,
lately,
man.
and it's sad. We're not gonna get into everything, but yeah, crazy.
Here's a little
That is
tidbit.
crazy,
So,
man.
Marion Barber, Golden Gopher, right? We had 3 straight years with
Yeah.
two 1,000-yard rushers on the team, and,
Yeah.
Marion Barber was 2 of those. And, his dad
Wow.
his dad was the Gophers' all-time leading rusher, and he broke that, record, and, it was 2004 in the Music City, Bowl in Nashville, and we beat Alabama, and the Gophers have a 1-0 record against Alabama, and every time I lived in Nashville, so there's a lot of SEC fans, and every time they start hyping up Alabama, I post Golden Gophers 1, Alabama 0 all-time record.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I
Yeah.
give a lot of good memories, man. I have a McFarland. Yeah, right here. No shit. There he is, man. There he is, Marion Barber, man.
Oh,
So
wow. Look
sad.
at that.
This is Marion Barber. No shit. I did not know that he died.
Yeah. Just nah. I guess they just found him today, man.
Ah,
R.I.P., man.
damn.
R.I.P. to that man. For real.
Only
R.I.P.,
cowboy I
man.
could root for.
Yeah,
My
man.
best
It's
friend.
crazy, man.
My best
It's
friend is a
crazy. I
cowboy
mean,
fan, so
so I look at it like this, right? It's for one, the NFL is like a big thing with how many players are on the team, right? But when you think about it from a world standpoint, just say a United standpoint, it's a grain of salt, the amount of people, right? It's like they're a pieces of salt in the pool, and we're talking about all the players that play in the NFL or have played in the NFL. And when you hear them die, man, it's just like, wow. And it seems like it's been happening a lot. It's almost like it's rare. Just like just to get off topic a little bit, rappers. Rappers die so much. And it's like they're famous, everybody knows them, but they die every day. Somebody dies or it's just crazy, man. People die. Protect yourself for real. Or if you got to talk to somebody, talk to somebody. We know it get tough out here, for
If you ever
sure.
get a chance, listen to Lil Wayne, his story of a cop saving his life
Yeah, when he shot
when he was a
himself
little
and stuff
kid.
like that.
And when he was
Yeah.
he got shot. I forget how it happened, but some people walked right over him, and one cop picked him up and saved his life. They just walked past him. A few of the cops did, but one cop just picked him up and saved his life.
Yeah. Yeah, Adam, man, you talking about you on the Huntley fan. Me too, man.
I
I'm
like
definitely.
Huntley.
So one of my good friends, he's a Ravens fan, man. I love it.
You're breaking up on me. I don't know. Is everybody else hearing you pretty good, or is it me?
NFL player. It might be my internet, bro. It's really storming where I'm at right now. Like, we definitely got storms going on right now where I'm at, so I wouldn't be surprised. I think I'm gonna buy a router that can send me a
Would you
stronger
take
signal, man. I'm gonna order one.
Would you take Kirk Cousins or Jalen Hurts for a win now season?
Oh, I'm taking Cousins. I'm not
Okay.
big on Jalen Hurts, man. Jalen Hurts is he's too happy feet for me. He runs he's
You
the
don't think Huntley's the same
quarterback that
player?
will run before thinking about throwing, and I don't
You
like
don't
that.
think Huntley's the same player or
No,
no?
Huntley got an arm. Huntley got an arm. No, I
I think
think
Hurts can
Huntley's a
throw
little
the ball.
smarter than Jalen
I
Hurts.
just don't think he's
I'm being
accurate.
serious.
I don't think he's accurate.
Hurts can throw. He's not as accurate as Huntley. Huntley is
Okay.
surprisingly accurate. I'm telling
I
you,
got to
Huntley
watch
is
more video of
surprisingly
him.
accurate. Yeah, just watch more video of him, and on top of that, I just think he has that, leadership type of trait to where I see I see Hurts get sacked and hold your head down and look for things like that, because character speaks a lot, especially when you're a quarterback of a team. See, I look at quarterbacks when they get sacked or when they fumble or they throw an interception. What is the first thing they do? That they drop their head, and start walking to the sideline. See, things like that are signs of weakness. And at the end of the day, man, you going to war out there. Don't let them see you with your head down. When I pay attention to Huntley, he makes mistakes like everybody else, but he never holds his head down, always keeps his head up, and comes out the next play and has a short memory, man. And that's what you need, short memory. Hey, you threw an interception. Oh, well, believe in yourself. Kirk
Here's
Cousins,
one
for
for it.
example, you
You
already know.
know,
You
would
already
hate
know,
Huntley,
man.
Justin Jefferson. He can't throw. Sorry. Yeah. So that's
Yeah.
one, and he's a big Webb fan. Remember this.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Knowledge
yeah.
is a big
Knowledge.
Webb fan,
Knowledge.
so that's
Knowledge
you
always
agree with
tapped in.
Webb. You two agree with Webb, and you disagree with Huntley. And
We
I'm like
disagree with
saying,
Huntley.
hey, I'm like, I like the the idea of getting Huntley because young and see what you can come of me. You come of him. I'm thinking back in the days of Culpepper. I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
but hey, here's one for you, and I'm really curious. Kyler Murray or Kirk Cousins win now?
Kyler Murray or Kirk Cousins win now?
Win
I'm
now.
taking Kyler
Kyle Murray.
Murray all day. I'm taking Kyler Murray. Yeah. What y'all got to say, chat? I'm taking
What was
Kyler
that
Murray.
last one? I didn't see it. What was that last question?
Oh, hold on, right here on that chat on that.
My mom is from Wisconsin, but she's a diehard Vikings fan. She hates the Packers. Well, while
Yeah.
I'm from Minnesota and okay.
Um, this one. Knowledge said that Kirk Cousins is Steve. It's crazy. And he's Kirk. Joe Webb.
This is one of those I don't
Joe
like
Webb
your
really couldn't,
face.
bro.
This is one of those I don't like his face comment.
It's funny. Last we went through, yeah. Well, no, Dave. The facts are when he gets sacked or something, he goes into his shell, and yeah, he goes to the sideline and kind of, you could tell he's uncomfortable the rest of the game, it's his teeth and stuff. He does that. I mean, which is okay. I mean, he is who he is. He is who he is. It's just, I mean, yes. Right now, he's our basically. Now I know we're throwing other names out there, but
Well,
realistically,
I just
I
don't see a
wouldn't want
Kirk
anybody else.
Cousins. I don't see Kirk Cousins erasing the Vikings from his social media.
Nah, he wouldn't be
So
childish like that.
so
No.
how
Yeah.
so you're a starting quarterback of your team, and then you disown them in the
But you got to
offseason so you
remember,
can make
Kyler.
more money.
Kyler's what? But you got to remember too, Joe. I mean, Dave. Kyler's what? 24 years old, 20, 23, 24 years old or something. I mean, Kirk
How
Cousins
many
is 30.
starting
Kirk Cousins is
uh,
36 or 33, right? 33,
but
34.
how many starting
No.
quarterbacks that you wanna make your franchise team sets an example by disowning the team right after your last game of the season? I
Hey
just
man, he young, man. He young. He young, and
this
he's
is bad
frustrated.
advice, man.
But you never know. You never know
You
what's
had
going on
an
behind the
entire
scenes. He's
offseason to
frustrated.
try to work out something, and you decide, "You know what?
Yeah.
This is how I'm gonna tell the team. I'm just gonna erase every picture of me as a Cardinal." Uh,
But you
so
want
yeah.
to know. But you want to know what's different though. Since we get in there, since we're gonna get there, let's talk about what's different though, Dave. Kyler Murray came to the Arizona Cardinals and lifted that franchise to a whole nother level. And Kyler Murray won at every level he played. I mean, from Pee Wee to high school. I mean, he's won championships all throughout. Kirk Cousins, even in college, never won a championship, and high school's never won a championship. Shit, I don't know if we can look up Pop Warner, but he's never won a champ. He don't know what a championship feels like. Kyler Murray knows how to win, knows what winning feels like, and that makes a difference.
Okay.
And that's why the Arizona Cardinals are a little bit.
Kyler
Oh, go ahead, tell
Murray.
me. Did Kirk Cousins win a
Kyler
championship?
Murray, 2019, 5-10-1. 2020, 8-8-0. 2021, 9 and
Yeah.
5 in 14 games.
Yeah.
22, 23 and 1 record. 22, 23
Yeah.
and 1 record. Sounds pretty familiar, right? Raised him out of the depths
Yeah.
of the nothingness to raise him to the
Almost sounds
championship
like the
table.
Cousins.
Yeah, but that's Kyler Murray. So that's why I'm bringing up the
Yeah.
point. Like he's 9
Yeah.
5-0. That was his record
I think I
last
think
year.
it, I think it's just
It's
watching
better
him
than
play and
Kirk,
stuff.
but
He's just a little more exciting. He's just
yeah,
a
he's
little more
exciting.
exciting to
But
watch, I guess.
is he
I
five
mean, now
nine
don't get me
something like
wrong.
that?
It's a toss. Don't get me wrong. It's a toss up though. Like I wouldn't. I'm not like, oh yeah, definitely Kyler over Kurt. But I mean, if I had to pick tonight, like how I feel tonight, right now, if you're putting me on the spot, yeah. But tomorrow, I might be like, nah, you know what? Kyler can stay over there. You know, he's a little because, like I say, Kirk Cousins has the arm talent to do anything he wants. He can throw any throw he wants, and that's what makes me mad though. Like that's the one of the main things that makes me mad about Kurt is like, listen, Kurt, you have been blessed by God to be able to throw any throw you want. I mean, you can bullet, you can lob. I mean, you can put touch on this ball, put it right, drop it right in the basket on the deep ball. Why not do it? You know what I mean? Like, why are you wasting your God given talent? And that's the only thing that upsets me sometimes about Kurt. But this year, this is gonna be the first year, Dave, since I met you. I'm gonna be 100% behind Kurt all season. I'm gonna ride with him because I feel like I owe him that justice because I've always dissed him, not really happy about him from the time we signed him. But you know what? I said, you know what? This year we got new coaching, new everything. I'm gonna ride
You're
behind Kurt 100%, man. That's gonna be my boy this
not
year.
gonna go full Mackey on him.
Nah. I'm gonna support him, man. Cause I want to change it up. I feel like I've always, even at my job, man, they know how I feel about Kurt. And I even told them a couple weeks ago, like, man, listen, this year y'all will not hear me diss him. And now if he has a bad game, obviously, I'm gonna rant about it. But you know, all in all, though, I'm gonna stand behind Kurt, support him, and say, hey, that's our quarterback. Let's ride with him. You know, I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. I'm gonna switch it up a little bit for him, man, and see what happens. You turned me into liking Kirk Cousins, Dave. This is all your fault. So anytime something bad's happen, I'm texting you right away. Like during the game, I'm texting you like, "Up, here we go." All right. So you're gonna be the one that have to calm me down when things go down during the football season. Because I'm telling you, it's gonna happen.
What was the stat? Did you send it to me that he has the I forget what it was.
I know
Just
he's fit. Oh, you're talking about the touchdown thing that I said.
most
We lead the league. Yeah, we lead the league in most touchdown. 83 consecutive games with a touchdown. The Vikings, and we hold the longest streak right now.
yeah, there was another one about yeah, something recently about he's like top 3 in like touchdown passes or something or whatever.
Oh yeah, no, and that's the crazy thing too. when they come out with stats on Kirk Cousins, like he's always up
He's
there.
setting records.
He's always, every time they show Kirk Cousins, there's always Tom Brady right there and Rodgers right there. I mean, he's never in the conversation with these slouch quarterbacks. He's always in the conversation with these
He's
Hall
2
of
years
Famers.
away from he's 2 years away, I think, from passing Fran Tarkenton for touchdown passes.
But what confuses me is, yeah, he's in the conversation with all those quarterbacks, but all those quarterbacks have won. What do they have in common? They won Super Bowls,
Not
at least
Fran,
one.
but
Well, not Fran, but I'm talking about the modern, when they're comparing him to like Patrick Mahomes. Like they'll say best completion percentage, since
yeah,
20
he's
since
like the one guy that, and just like the Vikings, they're the
yeah.
one team at the highest winning percentage since 1960, top 7, and they're the only team that didn't win a Super Bowl. It's
Here,
the Vikings.
you answer this. You answer this, Dave, because Sports Highlights, man. We appreciate you tapping in tonight too, Sports Highlights for sure. He said, "Who's winning
Oh,
Big Ten?"
Jesus.
Because you're more plugged in with the college football, like.
Am I? I said I didn't
I
even
thought you
watch.
said you watch college
I said I
basketball.
need to
I mean
go watch
football.
more college football.
Oh,
Let
okay.
me go look.
Well, I don't know. I mean, who is in the Big Ten? Is no, because is Michigan in the Big Ten? Like Michigan?
I thought we were only allowed to talk about Vikings on this show.
Well, I'm a Michigan fan. I mean, if there's a question from a fan, hey, look, we don't mind answering the question real quick. Hey, look here, I'm telling you like this, Sports Highlight. If Michigan
Well,
is in the Big
it's gotta
Ten,
either
yeah, they're gonna win.
it's either got to be Wisconsin or Iowa,
Yeah, I think
probably.
it's Ohio, isn't it? Ohio.
Out
That
of
is
the
or
West
no? Are
Division,
they the 12? Oh,
he's
okay.
saying the West Division,
Oh,
and
okay.
that's Iowa, Wisconsin, and Minnesota were the top 3 this past year. So yeah, one of those 3, I guess. I didn't watch enough. I haven't watched.
Minnesota's one of the teams.
Yeah, they've been pretty good.
That's who we're going with, Dan. We're
Yeah,
going with Minnesota.
they they uh they blew some games, man. They lost to some games they shouldn't have. It was terrible.
What's up with the quarterback from Minnesota? Like, wasn't he supposed to be? What is his name? Like Chandler or something? Or what? What is his name? The quarterback from Minnesota that everybody was talking about. He was supposed to be okay, but I
I think
guess
didn't he graduate? Again, I haven't followed
I
college
agree,
football in the
James.
past
You
2
can't
years.
just talk about one team. I agree with that. We got to turn up. We got to turn up. We do. We do. We were just saying that. We actually bounce around. Trust me. Go tune into the other episodes, James. You'll see. We started talking about
I was
Joe
talking about
Webb.
Minnesota
All right.
teams, like not like other teams in the NFL, but it's pretty much a NFL.
James, we spent 30 minutes last night talking about Joe Webb. All right, so that just gives you an idea. We'll start talking about anything. It don't matter. Even
Kyle
though, yeah,
Sloter versus Joe Webb, and
Tanner Morgan. There we go. That was his name.
John Wayne Booty.
Is
Is it John Wayne Booty? It was John Wayne, right? John Wayne Booty. John David Booty. John David Booty. Picked him up in I think the 5th round or something out of USC, maybe. I don't know. Yo, Kirk is how he is, but all seriousness, it will be great to see a head coach who actually picked Kirk to work with. Will put his arms around him and encourage him in the game.
Yeah,
That's
that
a
is
thing.
true.
I mean,
That's gonna make a big
these
difference.
guys wanted to come here, and one of the biggest selling points is we have Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
So
That is true. That's what makes me so confident this year too about it. Like, Kevin O'Connell and I'm sure Kwesi kind of stayed out the way. I'm sure once we hired, KO, Kwesi was like, "Hey, you let me know, man. You want to keep." And when he told them, "Yeah, man, I got a whole jersey right here from Washington signed. I'm hanging up in my office. You damn right, I want to keep them." I think Kwesi backed off and said, "All right, that's our boy. Let's go ahead and call the agent. Let's make something happen." Because I mean, honestly, they're all about collaboration. That they said that from the beginning. They wanted to feel like a big family, and yes, Kurt is the best option for that with Kevin O'Connell, them working together in the past and stuff. And Kurt seems like an easy guy to get along with in the office too. You can just outside of the field, you can just tell he's probably an easygoing, not too high maintenance, not dealing with somebody like you were saying, like Kyler Murray, where you feel like, hey, don't rub him the wrong way. Don't say anything out of the ordinary. He might go on social media and post something about us or delete our pictures. So yeah, I do give Kurt that. He's definitely a professional. He's
And
definitely professional.
Washington wanted to keep him.
Hmm.
Washington offered him a contract, and so did shit. Was it the Jets?
Jets. It was the
Yeah.
Jets, and the
So
Jets were
then,
offering
and
him more
offered
money.
more
He turned them
money.
down. Yeah.
He turned down 30 million a year to take 28 million a year for
Yeah.
us. In Minnesota's got a income tax just like New York does, not as bad, but it wasn't going to make up $6 million.
But this is
So
the thing.
but just think of Washington franchise tagged him.
Yeah.
Um, First franchise tag was 19 million, and then he had to up it. Each year you have to up it, and he was making 23.9 his last year at Washington, and they wanted to offer him money, but um, and he doesn't have bad memories from
Yeah, but
Washington. He
I'm gonna
actually
tell you, Dave. Though that's no.
he doesn't have he talks about being in Washington as being a good experience, which I cannot see that at all, but he says it was. But yeah,
But I'm gonna say this though. Kurt ain't dumb. His agent ain't dumb. What happened was, who wants to go play for the Jets? He knew if he would have took that chance to go play for the. Just imagine if he would have. Let's just say he signed for the
he
Jets back
wanted
in
to come
2018.
here.
Imagine where Kirk Cousins would have been right now. He probably would have been on somebody's practice squad. Let's just be realistic.
If Kurt, he'd be on some practice squad.
If he would have signed to the Jets, you see how bad the Jets are. He would have not been able to lift that. For one, he's not the type of quarterback that can lift a franchise up. Anyways, he's one of those guys where as long as everything around him is in place, then yes, he's gonna excel to the maximum. He's not like a guy where you can say, "Hey, Tom Brady, here you go play for the Jets and maybe lift them up a little, lift their offense up a little bit, turn them into something." No, he would have went to the Jets. You got to think 2018, they won like what, 3 games? Then they won like maybe what, 4 games, 5 games. I mean, he would have been getting demolished. He knew that the Vikings are always stable for the most part.
Well,
We're a good franchise.
I mean, we just went to the NFC title game. That's why I wanted to
Yeah.
come play for
Yeah, for
us.
sure. It's like, yeah, I'll take
If we didn't,
cause,
if we got a different offensive coordinator than DeFilippo,
yeah.
things might have been different.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So
I agree with that. I do agree with that. That was
is there?
crazy, man. This has been a good show, man. We still having fun. I ain't gonna lie. We got 11 people still tapped in, man. Hey, we having fun tonight, man. Hey, y'all let us know, man, if y'all liking that we doing these lives, man. How you feel, Crown, man? You like us going live like this randomly? How you feel, Dwayne? Y'all like us going live? We know our boy McAndrews ain't in the building tonight, man. We hope he doing good tonight because he always tapped in. We appreciate you, McAndrews. If you watched the video, we shouting you out even though you ain't in the building. Sports highlights, man. Appreciate you for sure. For tapping in tonight, man. We appreciate everybody, man. We appreciate everybody for sure. If the GG Sports Podcast invited you to a podcast, would you do it? Man, I actually reached out to the GG Sports Podcast and asked them to let me jump on. So I asked them already. I've already reached out to them. So maybe go comment on their channel, James, and tell them, hey, you need to let Purple Pocket on your channel to do a show together. So how about you do that? That's how the network needs to work together. Let them know about Dave from Minnesota Sports Talk. Let them know about Purple Pocket. Tell them we need to come together. Every other fan base, we just gonna get on something really quick. Every other fan base comes together and they all get together and do lives together, talk about their team, spread the message for their team. And this is what we need to do. And this is why I started the YouTube for the Minnesota Vikings. For one, I just love our franchise. I've been a fan since 1999. For the ones in the building that haven't heard that yet from me.
He was 1 year
And
late from
yeah, I was 1 year late.
disappointment.
And I told Dave, Dave actually sent me the game. What was that? The game against the Bengals we played? I think it was the game. Yeah, because 1998, to let y'all know, was the first game I ever watched. And that was the game where Randy Moss, how many touchdowns did Randy Moss have that game? Was it like 2 or 3? Whatever it was. He had a
What,
good game.
Thanksgiving with the Cowboys or what?
Or was it the Cowboys? Or was
He
it
had
the
3
Bengals?
catches for 3
Bengals.
touchdowns.
In
Well, I
98?
mean, 98, he had Thanksgiving against the Cowboys where he had 3 catches for 3 TDs.
Okay. Well, to sum it up, 98 is when I first watched an NFL game in my life. And it just happened to be the Minnesota Vikings, watching Randy Moss do his thing. The net following year, 99, that's when I became a full-blown fan. I was like, you know what? This is my squad. I'm riding with them to the end.
He's a big Jeff George fan.
And I've been here. No.
Big Jeff George fan. That's who took over after he went 2-4 was Jeff George. Is that the game I sent you? Or as Jeff George took over for his first game in 90?
You sent me the game. Yeah, because I told you that was the first, that's real, which was crazy. You sent me that video because that was the actual first Vikings game I ever watched. Because I remember, like,
I sent him. Vikings went 2-4 apparently, and Jeff George took over as their starting QB because Cunningham for some reason just lost his magic and was telegraphing passes, and it was like, God, who is this team? We ended up making it to playing the greatest show on turf, the Rams, that year, and we almost made a comeback. We were getting blown out, and we almost made a comeback in that game. It was a pretty exciting game, a shitload of offense, and we
right.
lost in the playoffs to the Rams, who won the championship that year with Kurt Warner.
Yeah. Hey, see, Crown giving us, it's crazy, Crown. Me and Dave, we were texting this morning talking about that. We was like, yo, it's crazy
All this
how.
happened because I made fun of him on one of. No, I didn't make fun of you, but
Yeah, no, he wanted
you
to
were
come at me
cracking on
about Kirk
Cousins.
Cousins.
You were cracking on Cousins, saying that
Yeah.
he doesn't take any of the blame, and I'm like,
Yeah.
he doesn't take any blame. What are you talking about? That's all he gets.
So it's crazy, right? It's crazy because last night, Dave, when we were talking, I told you my personality, and I'm like, yo, if we got to talk about something, let's talk about it, you know. So hey, what I do, I said, hey, guess
Dude,
what?
how about we do it? He's like,
how about we
do a show together?
How about we get on live and do a show together? You could tell me how you feel. I'm gonna tell you how I feel. Let's do this.
It's MCRAP with DAV.
Hey, right. And you know, and
Skol
Crown,
Live.
you know, I hit you up, Crown. You know, I hit you up and ask you, man, whenever you want to get on the show with us, you just let us know, man. You let us know whether you go live with Dave, you can go live with
Minnesota
me.
Sports Talk. If you haven't gone over there, click subscribe now.
I want all my supporters. If y'all look in my description of my channel, I say I want to connect with every Vikings fan in the world, man. I mean, obviously, yeah, it's just the same.
I don't see that.
I'm trying to connect with people, man.
I don't see channels co-oping like that, like we just did. Because we got our own channels, but I've seen people have a channel together, but they didn't have their own channel.
Yeah, we coming. Hey, y'all never know if me and Dave, if this thing tends to blow up, and by all the support y'all been giving us, maybe we'll create a separate channel strictly for me and him to have our show and really expand. You know what I mean? We'll have our own personal channels, but then we'll also have a channel dedicated to us going live and bringing y'all content as much as possible. You know, because at the end of the day, I don't go out party or nothing. So this is what I do. This is my party right here. You know, hey, you going out tonight? Yup, right on YouTube Live. Let's get it. Hang out with my peoples, man. Hang out with my purple gang, man. Especially when the season start. We definitely gonna be doing lives right before the games. We're gonna do them after the game. You know,
I don't know what the YouTube algorithm is, but my biggest video is Vidarian Low.
People are interested. I told you, didn't I tell you to do that video? I was like,
is passed up Lewis Scene. And my other biggest video is Ty Chandler. Yeah. I'm like, I mean, what? Vidarian Low, or 6th round offensive tackle, is my number one video. And Ty Chandler is my number one video for subs. I'm like, what the hell?
I told you to do that video. I was like, man, Dave, you gotta do a video
on Vidarian Low.
Yeah, I was like, this story is interesting, man.
You're like, what? You go, what do you? Have you done a video on Low? And I go, yeah. Oh, hold it, I haven't yet. And then I'm like, so that night I do one, and it's my biggest video. And I'm like,
there you go.
I get crap on the Facebook for being. I've gotten a few arguments, not arguments, but I'm like, you get some really just dishonest Viking fans that are just trolls, and they just get on your posts and just want to rip you, and it's like. And the biggest thing is that I think everybody's a steal. I'm like, no, I think we got one steal and two really good values.
But let me tell you, Let me tell you how to handle that, Dave. Coming from me, that because we post on the same kind of, we got the same kind of groups we're intertwined with.
I've seen people comment on your videos
Yeah,
too.
listen, when you post, don't look at, just post. I don't the comments. I go on my feed, I see
I'm
hundreds
like,
of comments. I'm not finna waste time arguing with you. I got another video to make. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna argue with you. You know, let them sit there and argue
explain
with
question
themselves.
mark of how,
What's crazy is they'll argue amongst themselves, you know. So if you just don't comment anything, just let them argue amongst themselves,
I'm
you
like,
know.
dude, you're making absolutely no sense to the guy, like you're
To
just
be
making no
real,
sense.
honest with you, I probably got some bad comments under mine, but I wouldn't know because I really don't read them. I
Well,
don't
like
know.
when you're posting on the Facebook on
Yeah,
a Facebook fan club,
yeah,
yeah, there's some really bad ones. Like, what's that? There's this one Facebook group. What's it called? Uncensored Minnesota Vikings Uncensored or something like that. They got like
yeah,
40 some thousand followers, and they got the worst on there, man. They got the worst. What do we got? I'm with it. Would love to
yeah.
join and offer my views. I rock with both y'all content 100, man. Hope you would be the realistic Randy did it with a purple for the win. That would be epic.
Yeah,
Oh
you ain't
yeah.
lying. If realistic Randy
I
and purple
like
for
I
the
like
win,
both those guys so much.
me too, man. I like
I
both of them. I rock with both
Realistic
of them.
Randy kind of rubbed me the wrong way because he was dropping F-bombs every freaking second on a few of his
Yeah, but
videos.
we
I'm
but
like,
we need
is
that. We
all his
need that.
videos like this?
We
And
need
like, and
that.
they turned out not to be. So I
Yeah.
started following. I gave him another chance, and he only does that every once in a while.
Yeah, but you
But
know
he's
what,
real.
Dave? We need that. Yeah, we need that.
He's real. So
Yeah, we need
and
like the Vikings need a spread like that. We need a little bit of everything.
and
You
purple for the
know?
win. He's just funny.
He's
He's
funny and
just
very
funny.
smart. His videos are very
He's like
teaching.
a steel brain. He's got like a steel trap for a brain. He knows
Yeah,
every NFL player.
yeah.
He's 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 what I
He
would
puts in
hope I
that work.
could be, kind of
Yeah.
thing.
He
And
puts in that work for
he's
sure,
just
man. His
funny.
name's Andy. He's good
He's an
for
Andy.
sure. Yeah. Yeah, he's good, man. He's
He's
the
the
biggest.
biggest one, right? He's got
Yeah, I think he got
47,
54,000.
43. He's over 4. He's in the 40s. He's the biggest Viking podcaster for
Yeah,
sure.
he is. Yeah, he is, man. I
Oh, man, I don't
respect
know
him.
what K fan is, but can you really? They're corporate.
Man, he's
Or the
bigger than K-Fan,
Score
though.
North are
He's
corporate,
bigger than
so
K-Fan. Score North isn't really oh, you mean yeah, I guess they work at a radio station, but they're not
yeah,
affiliated. They're not
well, they
affiliated with the Vikings at all, though.
no, but they're corporate.
Yeah, I got you, though. Yeah.
They say they're family owned.
Yeah.
The radio station's family owned, but
Yeah.
it's still you're working
I
for
look at I
somebody.
look at those guys like, why do that when all you need is a setup and you can, do your own thing, but
Well, I
whatever.
think
I
some of
guess they're
these
making a
are
living.
I think some of those are their own thing. Like maybe they're obligated to do the one, but they have
Oh,
like
okay.
3 shows. Like I was commenting one day, it's like, how many shows do these guys got? They got Mackie
Yeah.
and Judd, they got Scored North, and they got
Yeah.
another show. And I'm like, but they're all the same show.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
but they do talk about other content. They come out with Timberwolves and Twins all the time.
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie. I love realistic Randy when he rants though real. You ain't lie about that, Crown. But hey, look, Crown, we definitely gonna get you on, man. What I'm gonna do, I think I commented, man. My email is in my if you go to my page and just go to like the description where you kind of type in information about the page, you'll see my email on there, man. Shoot me an email, man. I think I commented that to you. Shoot me an email so I got your email. Let me know it's you, and we'll set up a time and coming up real soon where you can hop on and we can go. It ain't gonna be Skol Live,
Yeah,
because
you can't replace me.
that's me and Dave's thing, but I got it's gonna be called Purple Talk, man. It's gonna be called Purple Talk. I came up with that, and that's gonna just be my live where we get the subs on and whoever else I can get on. Because I mean that's my goal for my page when I
I feel like you're
started it
cheating
too.
on me.
Yeah, I know, man.
I
Don't
feel like
hey,
you're cheating
listen,
on
don't
me.
be upset, Dave. Nothing's gonna compare to our Skull Live, but you never
I'm
know.
not
Me
gonna
and
talk to you
Crown just
anymore.
gonna go in. Me and Crown gonna go in for one night. It ain't gonna be no set
If
show.
it's
Me and
one
you is gonna
night,
be doing this.
if he's on your list of 5, your hall pass list, is Crown Jews
Yeah.
on your hall pass list?
Well, look. Well, I meant to tell you this. Tomorrow, I have a Steelers
Phil
fan coming
Mackey's on
on.
my hall pass list.
tomorrow night, y'all make sure y'all tap in because it's gonna be the first Purple Talk episode. I got a Steelers fan. His name's TJR Sports. He's a smaller channel too. Really cool dude, man. I met him on here. He did a video on the Vikings saying how we're a sleeper team, gonna make the playoffs and all that. I commented on it and said, hey, you should come get on the Purple Pocket podcast. He said, no doubt. So me and him scheduled tomorrow at 6:30, and we're gonna jump on here. So Dave, make sure you tap in because I'll still pin your comment to tell people to go subscribe to your channel too on there, you know. So either way, the goal is for me and Dave to grow together, you know.
I got replaced by a Steelers fan.
Yeah. He talking about Dave. Your job is safe, my brother. Hey, for
Thanks,
real.
man.
Hey,
Thanks,
may
man.
the best man win. May the best man win. You know I ain't gonna show love to my dog, though. My dog gonna tap in. We gonna see what happened, man. I don't know, Dave. Nah.
You would do this on my channel too if I knew how to do it.
Nah, what? You can do it. What do you mean?
I know we can. I know I can do it. I just haven't sat down to do it yet.
No, Dave, it's not even nothing to sit down. You're already signed up. It's so easy, man. I'll call you. And we'll get on that. Yeah, I'll call you. We'll get on that. But look, hey, we did a good show tonight, man. We're gonna tap out. We've been on an hour. I was only planning on an hour, man. We going on almost 2. Me and Dave gonna talk for a little while before we lay it down. But hey, we appreciate everybody tapping in. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to Minnesota Sports Talk. Go tap in with my boy. Hey, appreciate you, Crown. I'll be looking forward to hearing from you, bro. Send me the email, all right? Appreciate y'all. Have a good night.